Hey guys, I'm Michael, this is Cody, and we're the RC dudes.
Yeah, we figured this would be the best way to start off a YouTube channel, is just bringing you a brand new Max. We'll start with the unboxing and go through some of the details, and then see how it runs in the box stock trim. So,
well, let's get started. Let's pull this plastic off. Ready?
Which way let's come? Let's go like this. Okay. Here we go.
Hold on to it. There we go. Look at that. What a horrible sound.
Okay, there's the remote. Maybe we were supposed to open it from that side.
Probably. Hindsight, open your box from the other side.
All right.
Cool.
So, where should we get started here? Let's just take a look at this thing.
Yeah. I mean, it's big.
It's big. It's not too big, though.
No.
It's not too big. And it's, I don't know, it's like it's still one hand, and it's not going to be tiring.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
This body's kind of nice.
I've never used one of these clipless body systems here. Oh, you have to do the latch? Okay. All right.
Yeah. Well, so right off the bat, what really sticks out are those big bore shocks. When I was reading the description first, I thought that they were going to be kind of like the shocks that come on the Slash Platinum, but these are really beefy shocks.
Yeah, and I mean, this isn't that much bigger than a Slash, but those shocks are definitely a notch above.
Yeah, they absolutely are.
Aluminum bore.
Yeah. I'm also really excited to see if these fan guards keep a lot of the rocks out. I don't know if that's pretty visible there, but they're a lot better than, you know, some of the previous versions that have been out there. But we'll just have to see how they
hold up. I mean, I've had so many where they, you know, you go play in the sand and sand's still going to get in there, obviously.
Sand will, but I'm wondering about those rocks dropping in there and busting your.
Mm-hmm. You don't like that sound?
No.
So,
what do you think so far?
Well, I like it. The main things I want to talk about is what I've researched on the drivetrain and the motor and ESC combo. So when I look at an RC car, I'm basically in it for how tough is it going to be. And the things that I hate braking is diffs, slipper clutches, you know, drive axles, and from what I've read, this has a pretty solid package. I mean, it's got you know, steel gears, everything like that. But the main thing that I like about it is it's got a center diff right out of the box. The front and rear diffs and the center diff, they're all 4 spider gear design. We don't know how strong they're going to be yet. I mean, we bash these things pretty hard, and if it will break, then I will break it. So if it's a weak link, then we're going to find out.
Yeah, you know, we definitely like to bash. Like, we like to really bash. But yeah, I'll be interested to see how they turn out, because you know, our main platform is the Slash, and
that's got Revo diffs in it.
They've held
up pretty good.
So we'll
with
see how these
some very powerful combinations.
Yeah.
So you know, what else you got?
Well, I'm also noticing that these are still they're not steel drive shafts. These are plastic.
Yeah, plastic drive shafts. And I don't know if that's going to be an issue. They're
pretty beefy.
I mean, you know, when I compare it to other cars in the same price range, I compare it to maybe the e-Revo 2.0, which has got, you know, 8 scale motor. It's got steel drive shafts and things like that. And you know, I don't know. We'll just have to see how these hold up. I'm not going to knock the plastic drive shafts just yet until I start breaking them.
Right.
Then I'm going to complain that they didn't put metal ones in.
If all of a sudden we're out $100 in drive shafts, then
I'm going to be a little ticked they didn't come with them.
we'll probably say something.
Because, I mean, it's Big Brother and the E-Revo both have steel drive shafts. Why they didn't go with the steel drive shaft, I don't know. But yeah, like I said, unless I start breaking them, I'm not going to complain too much about it.
So just for comparison, we do have, you want to slide that over? We got a slash here to kind of compare body sizes. Now, granted, this slash is running 2.8 trenchers on it, so it sits a little bit bigger than a normal slash would. But
yeah, I mean, size comparison wise, these are still 2.8 tires too, I believe. They're a little taller, but yeah. I mean, they're really not that different.
The ground clearance is really good on the Max.
Yeah. Now, that could be a pro or a con. This thing's obviously going to corner a little better. This thing's going to flip over more. But this thing has the self-righting capability. We'll test that out.
Yeah, I'm thinking, you know, as you're coming up to a jump and you lay on the throttle, in a lower center of gravity chassis, yeah, it likes to catch those rocks, and next thing you know, you miss your lip. Yeah.
And guys, you gotta understand, we love the Slash platform. It's super durable, but we aren't racers. We're bashers for the most part, and we bash these things hard. We jump them high and we bust them. But
we're just excited to see how it turns out.
Yeah, one of the biggest things about a new truck is let's just see where it breaks, and then we'll fix it from there. But having more ground clearance, obviously, it's got more travel. And it's got bigger shocks to take up hits. I think it's going to be a pretty fun bashing platform, and pretty durable.
Yeah.
So,
well, what do you have to say about electronics on this one?
Electronics wise, we've got the TQI. These are pretty standard. There's different variations.
The same one.
I guess you can get the module for this to link to your phone, and we might do that at some point. I've never done that, but yeah, that might be something we do. Electronics in here. Yeah, hold on. Yep. We've got I was looking at the specs of this motor. It's a 540 XL is what they call it. So it almost looks like a standard VXL motor, but a little bit longer. It's 4S capable. This is a 4S, a 3 or 4S ESC. We'll see how it holds up. That's one of the other complaints I have about this truck is, you know, the only other thing is, you know, aside from the motor itself, if this truck had come with 17 mil hub adapters rather than the plastic ones, and an 8th scale motor right out of the box, I would have been pretty much, you know, completely happy with it.
That would be pretty cool. So why the 1/8 scale motor?
Well, because it can run 6S. This thing's not 6S capable. There's guys that have run 6S on this smaller motor. That might be an option, but you know, in all reality, I'd like to see this truck with an 8th scale brushless motor and a 6S capable ESC.
Well, I know one way to solve that.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. I happen to have a 6S motor.
So let's do a size comparison here. I don't know if you guys can see this. Now keep in mind, we're gonna run this truck. We're gonna run it box stock 4S.
I'll play with it, see what it does.
We'll use it, you know, at least one full battery before we swap the big motor in. But size comparison wise, I mean, the Mamba sits a little bit longer and it's a little bit bigger in diameter. But then you step up to 6S and it makes a pretty big difference. So
yeah. So
we'll get a better comparison of those two, maybe a picture of that when we do it.
Yeah, we could take it top down and look at it before we swap it. So, we'll have a few challenges ahead, but we'll save that for a later video when we swap the drivetrain out.
Yep.
That's
why I really wanted to go through the drivetrain with you guys, because that's what I look at in an RC car. I already know I'm going to put the most powerful motor in it I can, and I'm going to send it off the biggest jump I can find. And I want to be able to land on the gas.
Wouldn't that be nice?
And I don't want to blow diffs out. I don't want to blow drive shafts out. We'll see how it holds up. You know, this has the slipper clutch, which takes a lot of the shock loading out of landing and things like that. People don't realize how much that does for a drivetrain. And then it's also got this damper style ring gear, not ring gear, spur gear.
Yeah.
And I've never seen a car with that on there before. We'll see what that does. That might be another valuable.
We'll get a better close up of it when we actually tear into this thing. Because obviously we don't have the tools with us right now. But yeah, I don't know. All in all, I'm really excited to see how this does. I'm thinking,
new addition to the family. We'll see how
Yeah, let's get it out and let's run it and see if we can't break it.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Enjoy the bash, guys.
All right, guys, we're out here getting ready to do some test runs with the new Maxx. We're running, what are we running right now, Cody?
So we got the 3-cell on there.
3-cell, 5200, 50C.
Yeah, we're gonna see how it does with a 3-cell just in its stock form. We're doing stock gearing.
If you notice, we put some drywall tape over this just to try to help keep some rocks out. We'll see what it does.
We'll see how it works. I don't know if I like it, but
a little side experiment we did this afternoon.
Yeah, so we're gonna do that, and then just to give you an idea how quick it is with a 3-cell, and then we'll stick a 4-cell in it, and then go from there.
All right, let's rip. Oh. First cartwheel.
It's pretty quick. It's definitely a novice level right there.
What's interesting, I don't know if you can see it. I don't know if it can be seen in the camera, but I can see the tires doing the TSM.
Yeah.
So if you didn't know, this car's got TSM on it. I believe it stands for Traxxas Stability Management, something of that nature. And oh, concrete curb. It essentially tries to, as your car tips, it tries to counter steer for you so that it can stay up on its wheels more. All right, let's do a speed run. This is a nice packed road.
Yeah, I'm not expecting much out of it, but let's just do a flyby here. Here we go. It's pretty quick, you know.
Is that full throttle?
That was full throttle.
Okay.
So, you know, it's enough to get you in trouble. We'll see what it does on the jump.
It's really quiet.
It's quiet. It's really smooth.
Really quiet.
See that stability management?
Yeah, like that's not, my car would have been cartwheeling down.
Here, let me try to do that over here. Yeah, that's neat. That thing should have been tumbling down the road.
This is the jump on 3S. And it landed on its feet. Fail. The only problem we've had so far is the battery hold down, and that's probably just because we modified it.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
But
quite frankly, it broke while I was torquing on it to remove it.
Yeah.
So.
But I mean, we have been, you could see it's, even with these smaller hubs, we haven't broken anything.
No broken control
It's a little
arms.
beat up, but that's the way we drive.
We've been hucking it pretty. I haven't had a car out of the box that's been able to fly that high.
Yeah, no kidding. We could throw the ramp in the road. Yeah.
It's gonna be great.
Oh, dude, the plywood's broken.
Plywood? Let's hit it again.
Are we calling this jumps by clay?
Yeah, if it works out, then sure.
So we got a pretty crappy run up, an even worse takeoff, and the landing's complete crap. Let's do it.
We haven't even talked about the driver yet.
I know. Nice backflip. Off the down the hill. So this is probably almost 20 feet up. Where's that lip? You're hucking it right here?
Yeah. Oh.
All right, hey guys, Michael and Cody here again. Today we are out playing with the Maxx again. This time we've got a 4-cell in it that works. We had an issue with our last 4-cell.
Yeah, this is the first time you guys have seen it on a 4-cell. So everything you've seen up until this point has been all 3-cell.
Yeah, all the footage up until now. So
we're just gonna do a speed run, and then we'll get some more footage tomorrow doing some jumps and stuff.
sounds good. Let's do it.
Ready?
Yep.
Here we go.
Oh, it's fast.
Tires balloon pretty good. It's not unreasonable.
You got a car coming. Yeah, it's pretty dang quick.
Alright. That still wasn't full speed.
Really?
I laid into it right at the end, but I wasn't all in until the last 15 feet.
Wow.
Okay, that was full speed. I just missed the ramp. Oh, dude, we just totally... all that speed went to... Full send. Oh!
Awesome.
That was 60 to 0, and I can't believe they didn't snap a bulkhead or something. Well, I guess all that's left to do is try it again. All right, full speed.
Oh, jeez, there's the body. I didn't see anything else fly off.
Car wheeling. Well,
Hey, it looks okay still.
dude, that battery fold down's actually working pretty good.
Yeah, just this Velcro piece. We'll show you guys how we did this in another video. Did you just put it in the tree?
I'm breaking something else.
All right, guys, we're back here at the house, just wrapping up some final thoughts on what we think of the Maxx. First off, we want to say that we love this car.
Yeah, we're pretty happy with it.
Yeah, I mean, for a flat out stock car, we've had a lot of fun. As you can see, we bashed it really, really hard. But with that in mind, what's our damage report looking like?
So carnage report. I just want to bring you guys up to speed as far as what we broke, what didn't break, but had issues with. This isn't to say anything's wrong with the car. I mean, when you push it that hard, you're going to have some issues. And these are pretty minimal, actually. So
right, I surprised we didn't break more stuff.
Yeah,
like,
I am too.
But
and for full disclosure, you know, I want you guys to know this is what you can expect if you're doing the stuff that we're doing in the video. So
right,
you guys saw we had a tire come unglued. That's not a big deal. These wheel nuts, I had a couple of those come loose on me. If you're not going to swap those out to 17 mil hub adapters, then I'd snug them up pretty tight. Those seem to be a little bit of an issue.
Did you happen to see if these came nylon threaded or anything like that?
It looks like they might have a crimp on the end.
Okay.
So
there might you
they
might
never
possibly...
actually came off. I never lost one, but I just had them come loose on the rear.
Yeah.
So
okay.
Let's see here. Toe links. The toe link where it meets the steering linkage on the inside here. I don't know if you guys can see this or not. We'll popped off it popped off the ball a couple times. Didn't break. You just kind of go to screwdriver and you pop it back into place. Caster block pins on the front and the lower caster block pin. The caster block actually popped out of the pin a couple times. It didn't break. We just unscrewed the pin out, put it back in place, and re-screwed the pin back in. And those are some hard hits. I flew it off a jump. I came like this, angled straight into the cement, and caught it, and it popped.
Yeah,
I'm like,
there was a cement chunk that was like 1 foot by 2 foot.
Yeah.
And the car literally picked it up when it landed on it.
Yeah, and keep in mind that we drove this thing off camera too a lot. So some of this stuff happened. We didn't get all the footage, but we got quite a bit for you guys. Rims, we had a little bit of issue. They're still working fine, but we have some cracks on the inside of the rims. And that's just, I guess, a function of the car's a little heavier and we're jumping it really high. So that might be something to look into. Okay, so as far as broken parts goes, we broke one toe link and we kind of broke a control arm. We'll show you the picture.
Yeah, we'll put the picture up right now.
But we broke that early on, that lower control arm, and
that was the first day out.
That was the first day out, and we haven't touched it since. The rest of the bashing, it didn't break all the way, so we just kept it in there, and it hasn't broke yet. So I haven't swapped it out yet. So, but that's it as far as broken parts goes. So.
Yeah,
just those two things really, and so that surprised me.
Yeah, and you know, like we were saying, we love this car. This is for a stock car to be able to drive that fast and bash that hard. We launched it tens of feet up into the air. We huge hits, and this thing just keeps going.
We've had cars this tough before, but never out the box. You always have, I mean, a couple $100 in axles, sub axles, and control arms, and beefed up parts. You can get a car that's pretty strong, but I personally have never had a car that's this bulletproof right out the box.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So I guess some final thoughts on this car. One of them that I really liked was the suspension. I think that Traxxas nailed it with this guy. As we were flying across rough roads, the combination of the big bore shocks, the heavy weight, the ground clearance, and the TSM really kept this car planted on the ground.
Even with the 4-cell, I mean, it's quite manageable. It's going fast. It's very fast, but it's fairly manageable at that speed.
Yeah, so we were hitting the same lines with the Max and with a couple of Slashes, and there was a noticeable difference in how well the Max handled the terrain over the Slashes.
Yeah, and you got, you know, people are talking about the wide Max kit and things like that, and quite frankly, I'm not sold on that. I feel like it's good the way it is.
Yeah, we saw a wide Max kit yesterday.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks cool, but...
Yeah, as far as just stability, though, I haven't seen the need for it yet.
No?
So I would rather have the strength that comes with having that base a little tighter. So
I agree.
you know, anything, as far as just what I said before about the 8-scale motor, yeah, we're going to put the bigger motor in it just because we want to.
It's going to happen.
But if you guys are wondering, you know, is it going to be fast enough with that VXL or that XL, that, what is it called? Valenion XL.
Yeah.
On 4-cell, on 3-cell, this thing was a ton of fun. Just bashing.
It was a riot.
And it's pretty bulletproof. On 4-cell, I was like, we're going to break some stuff, you know. It's quite quick. It surprised me on the dirt especially. You can have a lot of fun. It's very fast. The motor stays cool. Everything seems fine. And so I wouldn't worry about it not having an 8-scale motor in right off the bat.
I really think you can just buy this, buy a 3-cell, buy a 4-cell, and drive it.
Yep.
And just have fun.
Yep. And even bashing on 4-cell. I mean, granted, we will break some stuff eventually, but usually that's when you hit the... You hit things and things just start breaking. At a certain time, at a certain point, batteries, you just keep going faster and faster and you break stuff. But on a 4-cell, this thing seems to be pretty bulletproof still. So we'll see what happens on 6-cell.
Yeah, stay tuned. That'll be coming.
So, all right.
Yeah.
Anything
Cool.
else?
I don't think so. Thanks, guys, for watching. We appreciate it. This is our first video we're getting up on the channel. Stay tuned for a lot more. We've got a lot of content planned, a lot of it already created. So we'll see if we can keep you guys entertained.
Yep. So just to give you guys a little idea of what we have in mind, we'll do a video on doing a Mamba Monster swap in this guy.
Yep.
We got a ramp build. We need a new ramp, as you've seen. So
we've had that ramp for a couple of years now, and we destroyed it with this car.
So it was falling apart anyway, but
that's true.
But so we might do a video about building a new ramp, and then we've got a couple slashes that I was thinking we might do the essentials the other day.
Oh yeah,
just doing a video on a bulletproof slash build.
That's right.
So
we were making a list. You know, if you wanted to buy a slash, what would it take to make it
like this?
To make it drive like this, where you're not worried about little things.
Yeah.
So that's right. We were talking about that. That will be a good video.
So all right. Thanks for watching, guys.
Thanks, guys.